Hello, welcome back to Made by Amanda Mount. I'm Amanda and I make stuff. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a crochet artist. I mostly make amigurumi plushie type items that I sell at market events and online. And you guys, we gotta talk. I have a crazy story to share with you guys, which will hopefully be a cautionary tale for you about international shipping. So I'm gonna tell you guys the whole story, but before we get started, I wanted to show you something new that I made this week because I'm really proud of him. Are you ready? Guys, this is Gustavo the Pigeon. I sold my uni girly at my last event. If you didn't watch my market blog, go watch that. I'll link it below. I had uni girly for like a year. She was a staple on my table and I really just needed a new like staple item that I was really excited about. Gustavo's not as big as uni girly. I made her with like jumbo Sweet Snuggles yarn, but he came out pretty big. I have had this pattern for so long, like years. I bought it on Etsy like years ago and I hadn't gotten around to making him, and this was the time. This was just the time. I'm absolutely obsessed with him. I might not even sell him. I might just have him on my table for decoration because I'm so excited about him. I don't even know if I want to put him on the table. I always do this. Every time I make something I like love, I just don't want to sell it. Look at him. He's my new friend and I just want to like cuddle with him and love him. I put some little details on the back of his neck. The pattern definitely involved some sewing. I had to make all of his little toe beans individually and sew them on. All his parts are sewn on, his legs and his wings and everything. So he took a little bit of time, but definitely worth it because I'm obsessed with him and he's gonna be my new staple item. Maybe he wants to hang out while we tell our story. Do you want to hang out here, Gustavo? This pattern is by Kowalski Toys. I'll link it in the description below. I did feature it on my patterns I'm definitely gonna make this year and I did it. So we're crossing this one off the list. He wants to hang out. Okay, let's get into this crazy story because I need to vent about it. This story is about how shipping this $8 chicken nugget cost me $300. Yes, you heard that right. $300. So I do have international shipping on my Etsy. Well, I did until this experience. We'll get into that. But every now and then I sell an item internationally to a different country. It's pretty rare for me to sell something internationally, but it has happened a handful of times. And every time I ship something internationally, it's like going to a different place, and every different place, every different country has different shipping rules and regulations, and now the tariffs and everything like that. It's crazy. Every time I get an international order, I get so excited. I'm like, oh my god, wow, someone like cared enough about my stuff that they want to pay all this money in shipping. So I just feel so incredibly honored that someone would like pay that kind of money to have my item shipped to them. So my first reaction is like I get so excited to see where it's going and I get all excited, and then I get a little nervous because I never know what the process is going to be to ship to whatever country. Most of the time when I buy a shipping label for an international place, they just have a bunch of custom forms you have to print out and fill out and attach to your package, and it's not that bad usually. But this time, you guys, this time I ran into like the craziest scenario. I have never had a situation like this before, but someone from Italy purchased a chicken nugget from my website, from my Etsy, and again, I was so honored. I was so excited. I made them an extra chicken nugget because they had paid all that money for the shipping. I pack it up in my little 5x5 box. This is the box that I used. I cover up all this stuff with all my shipping forms and everything on there, and I printed out my custom labels that needed to go on the box, and I brought it to UPS. I selected UPS because that was the closest in price to what they had opted for and paid for. I take it to UPS, I ship it off, no problem. I'd say maybe a week later, I get an email from UPS that I originally was worried was a scam because it was telling me like there needed to be additional things for my package to be sent. So I opened the email and it's like from someone directly at UPS, and they were telling me that they needed the customer's email and phone number for the package to be released to them. When someone buys something off my Etsy, it's not required for them to enter an email or a phone number for shipping. So I had to reach out to the customer directly and hope that they were going to get back to me and give me their email and phone number. They sent me their email, but they say they're not comfortable with giving UPS the phone number. So I tell UPS this. I'm like, here's, their email. The customer also said to just leave the package there. It didn't matter if they were home or not. So I sent them that information, hoping that this package would be delivered. A couple days later, I get another email from UPS on the same thread from someone different that says if the customer wants this package released, they have to pay these additional released tariffs. I don't even know what they were categorized as. And I thought this was a scam too. I'm like, what is going on here? And when I looked up the tracking number of my package, it did in fact say that. Like when I looked up the tracking number, it said it was still in the process of being delivered and the package wouldn't be released until the customer paid like all this. It wasn't a lot, maybe like less than $20, but still they had already paid $30 in shipping for like this, and it wasn't something I could cover because it needed all this like Italy information. When you went to the payment steps, it needed all this Italy information from the customer. So again, I reach out to my poor customer and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. UPS said this requires like additional tariffs for the package to be released. I totally understand. If like you're not cool with that, I can refund you for the whole order, blah, blah, blah. They say, that's ridiculous. Forget it. I don't want it. I already spent all this money, and they were so valid for that. So I refunded them everything, including the $30 shipping that they had spent. So I was kind of just gonna lose that money that I had already spent to ship it. And I was okay with that, whatever, it happens. Weeks after that, I end up receiving the package back. So I was like, cool, great, whatever. A couple of days later, I get a bill in the mail from UPS that says I owe $255 for the international freight fees to send the package back to me, which is absolutely ridiculous. $255? How does it cost $255 to send it back when it cost me $30 to send it there? Like, it didn't really make sense to me. On the bill, it said the package was 2 pounds. You think this is 2 pounds? This is not 2 pounds. I'm sorry. The package was like 5 by 5, and you're gonna charge me almost $300 when I say $300 because they were charging me $255. I already lost the $30 that I spent to ship it there. So altogether, this is gonna cost me $300 to not even ship the package. And I was sick. I was just sick about that. I was like, there is no way I am gonna pay this. So immediately I am looking for the UPS helpline and I call UPS because I will be talking to them about this. And I sat on hold on the call line for 2 hours. They don't have a callback feature. So I sat on hold for 2 hours before they hung up on me. So after my 2-hour wait time, the line just hung up. And then, like a dummy, I did it again the next day. I sat on the line for 2 hours, again, get hung up on. I'm stressing because the bill is due and I'm not gonna have UPS send this ridiculous bill to like my collections or something. So I send them an email and I don't hear anything back. I sent like a help email, nothing. I can't even get in touch with anyone. I literally can't even get in touch with anyone at UPS, which is so funny to me because they were answering pretty quick when they needed money from my customer and from me, they were immediately, I had everyone at UPS's personal emails emailing me, so how come I can't get in touch with a single person to help me? I was panicking, so my next and probably last resort was to reach out to Etsy. And because I did ship through Etsy, this was an Etsy order, like an issue with my shipping to the customer. So I reached out to Etsy and I asked if there was anything they could do. I explained the whole situation and how I couldn't even get in touch with UPS. You know, I didn't know what I was expecting from Etsy. And it did take me a couple times to like talk to them and explain the situation. And you guys, Etsy said that it is a pretty common problem that they're seeing with their sellers being charged for these crazy like fees, like shipping fees, and they told me that they would refund me for the bill. So they did. I ended up paying the bill, and then Etsy sent me a refund for the bill, and they were so great about it, and I truly cannot thank them enough. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done. It would have sucked if I had to lose all that money on this situation that seemed to be like completely out of my control and completely ridiculous. You know, like I'm cool with paying money if it's warranted, but this was just like absurd to me. But honestly, after this experience, I have turned international shipping off of my Etsy. I only have like Canada on there. I'm in the US, so I have Canada on because I haven't had, cross my fingers, any issues shipping to Canada lately. But actually I did when they were on a mail strike like a little bit ago, but I think that's over now and we're good. The rest of my international shipping I just turned off because it's honestly not worth it for me. I don't think it's worth it for the customers to have to maybe pay additional money on top of the ridiculous international fees that they're already paying. I just don't think that it's fair like for anybody in the situation, and I don't think it's worth it to sell like a couple items here and there. You know, I just want you guys to be aware of what I went through and maybe someone can learn from this experience. I did reach out to another crocheter who I heard was having UPS issues as well. She had shipped a package or was receiving a package, and the package was lost by UPS, and when she inquired about it, they said, oh, actually we found the package, but you have to pay like all this money to get it released. Like you lost it, and now she was having to pay like extra money to just get the package released and delivered. Like, I don't know, it has really turned me off to UPS, but I've heard USPS isn't much better. Shipping is really just such a gamble sometimes. It really sucks that it's like that. My moral of the story is to just be cautious when you are shipping internationally. The tariffs and the crazy fees are all over the place, and you never know what you might run into. If anyone has any similar stories, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear them. To get me through this stressful time, however, I have been using this, you guys. This is a new Bob and Brad product. Look how cute. It is their iNeck Pro neck and back massager. This thing, let me show you what we've been working with over here. This is like having a masseuse personally massaging your neck at all times whenever you would like. It is truly glorious. It has these little neck massagers, and then this goes on the bottom of your neck on your upper back right here, and it feels like when someone's like massaging you with their hands. That's literally what it feels like. My favorite things, oh sorry Gustavo, I'm sorry, here, you can come down here. So my favorite things about it are the fact that it is cordless. You charge it up and then it is ready for use. It has a back strap feature so that you can hands-free just be using this. I've been using it while I'm crocheting because that's like a very strenuous activity also, where I'm like looking down, my back's all hunched over, and I just put this on and be getting a massage while I'm crocheting. It's unreal. So here is the back strap, and you kind of just attach it back here like this. And it's adjustable, so you can tighten it as you need, and then it just sits here on your neck like this, which is amazing. And I can do my crocheting while I do this. I don't have a crochet hook, but that's what it's like. Also, there's these little straps, which you can use without the back strap if you just wanted to like use these to hold it on your neck. I actually like having these because I can like adjust it to wherever I want it to be. I like it sitting like a little lower on my back, and you just hit the power button, and there are 2 intensity settings, and there's also heat settings on here. Oh, the heat is just like glorious. It's like being at the spa, guys. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. If you're not familiar with Bob and Brad, they are incredible physical therapists that have over 60 years experience between them, and they have the most incredible self-care products that are backed by real physical therapy science. This is not my first item that I have from them, and they are truly such good quality and have made such a positive difference in my life. And as a handmade artist, I really try to focus on my self-care. I think that this guy is an amazing thing to have for yourself, for your own self-care, or an amazing gift as well. Let me show you the moves. Look how cool. See it? Going to town? Yeah. Imagine that on your back. It's nice. Trust me. I will have a link to this product in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with Gustavo and I and watching this video. If you did, don't forget to let me know about any traumatic shipping experiences you've had in the comments below, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!